All right. Now, first and foremost, I just wanted to apologize for the late upload and say happy Veterans Day to all of those veterans out there. From one combat veteran to another, thank you for your service. Now, today during the gameplay, there's not a lot of me talking because it's solo Dark Zone, and my kids are home from school because today's a holiday. But without further ado, let's jump into the best solo Dark Zone build you can use right now with 142.7k armor regen per second. Some might call it the Regen God build. All right, enjoy. What's going on YouTube? Kamikazevondoom here with another Division 2 build video. Now shout out to the DoD Disciples of Doom. And in today's build video, I'm bringing to you my best solo Dark Zone build for Year 5 Season 2. So sit back, relax, grab that popcorn, don't forget to hit that like, subscribe if you haven't already, and let me know what you think in the comments section below. But let's go ahead and jump into the build breakdown. Now, this is going to be my Ouroboros solo Dark Zone build with a crap ton of armor regen. I'm throwing the whole kitchen sink out there. Not only that, but we do have Unbreakable on there as well, so we get 50% of our armor back every time it's depleted. So that brings our armor up to 3 million, and that's just normal armor that ignores the bonus armor and the 142k armor regen per second that you get with this build. Now, starting off at the top with the specialization, we are using the Demolitionist specialization. Now, the reason being, and I know it's crazy, is I'm actually using the crit chance mod from the demo specialization. Now, that gives us 7% crit chance opposed to the 5% crit chance. Nothing too crazy, but I'm using it. Who cares? Now, you can use whatever specialization you want. It truly does not matter. Now, I know I say that in a lot of my build videos, but that's actually the only thing in this build breakdown that I'm going to say that you can switch out for whatever it is you want. Because I am using the secondary sidearm and the skills and everything. I'm using everything on this build. The only thing that you can change is the specialization. Yeah, that's about it. Now, as far as the weapons, I am starting off with the Ouroboros, but then I also use the FAMAS, and you'll see in the gameplay. And when I'm feeling pretty crazy, I want to whip out the backup boomstick. You want to get nuts? Let's get nuts kind of deal. Anyways, starting off with the star of the show, the Ouroboros. This thing is fully maxed out. Expertise level 24, all attributes maxed out, the whole 9 yards. Now, this thing is sitting at 78.4k total damage right now, but with all the stacks up in the Dark Zone, it goes up to 89k. Now, as far as the attributes, max SMG damage, crit chance, and damage to targets at a cover. And I also have that talent Rule Them All, which is pretty fun in the Dark Zone. For example, if I had an NPC that, say, foams me, I'll reload my weapon and put it on my back, and then every time a player comes up to mess with me, I'll whip out the Ouroboros, and not only is it the Ouroboros, but then I can also foam them, or bleed them, or burn them. It's hilarious. It truly is. Because you can hold on to that status effect, and then whenever someone's coming up, whip it out, and then all of a sudden they're foamed, and they're like, how am I foamed and melted at the same time? Hashtag Ouroboros. Now, the secondary, I am using the FAMAS. Now, this thing is not fully maxed out. It's only at expertise level 15, so I am 9% low on there. However, the total damage right now is at 81.8k, and that is without any stacks or anything at all. All the attributes are maxed out, AR, health, and damage targets at a cover. And then we have the talent Optimus, which increases our weapon damage the more we're firing the weapon. And let's see, the sidearm, backup boomstick. Now, this bad boy comes with 17% shotgun damage. It's only expertise level 16, so it is 8% short. But it also has damage targets at a cover on there with close and personal. And this thing will two-shot elites and named enemies. It's crazy. Now, enough about the weapons. Let's talk about the build. We are sitting at 2 million armor just starting off, but again, remember we do have Unbreakable, which in the Dark Zone gives us 50% of our armor back every time our armor is depleted, which gives us another 1 million armor. So that's how you get that 3 million armor total. Now, the star of the show, let's just start there, the Momento backpack, because this thing is just insane. It's best in slot for the Dark Zone. Let's just be real. It gives you damage, it gives you skill efficiency, it gives you bonus armor, it gives you armor regen, it gives you everything you need. And it's incredibly strong. Now, you'll see in the gameplay, I'll take on supply drops, I'll take on heroics, I'll take on other players, everything, all of it's solo in the Dark Zone, and there's no problems. I never go down. I don't even think I ever even use a med kit. And I'm in the Dark Zone for a while too. It's pretty funny. And it's all because of this backpack and the talent Kill Confirmed. So we'll start there. Kill Confirmed gives you 2 different buffs every time you pick up a trophy. Now, every enemy you kill will drop that trophy. So you have to kill and pick up the trophy to get this thing to start working. However, once you get it to start working, it's hard to make it stop. The short term buffs are based off of your core attributes. So every time I get a kill and pick up a trophy, I get 5% weapon damage, 60% bonus armor, and 5% skill efficiency. Just to give you a little retrospect on that, 60% of my bonus armor is well over a million armor, and that's per trophy. So every time I pick up a trophy, I get over a million armor. Boom, boom, easy peasy, lemon squeezy. Now, the long term buffs is what makes this thing really shine because you can stack up to 30 long term buff stacks. Now, these stacks, once maxed out, you'll get 30% weapon damage, 30% skill efficiency, and then also 3% armor regen. Now, that's 3%. We already have 3% on the build. We get 1% from the Bellstone, we get 1% from the Golem Gear, and then we get 1% from the Emperor's Guard knee pads. So this build has 6% armor regen on it once the Memento is maxed out. Now, going back to this, the other amazing thing about this backpack is it's universal. It comes with all core attributes, so you can use this for any type of build you want. So we get a weapon core, an armor core, and a skill tier core to go to our build. So the way it is set up right now, we actually have 9 core attributes because we also have the Picaro's holster giving us another core attribute right there of weapon damage. So we have 9 core attributes on this build with 6% armor regen that stacks us up to 142.7k armor regen per second. And it just gets better from here. As far as the Memento, we get the max crit chance mod on there to get us. We're actually at max crit chance for the Ouroboros. In all the Ouroboros builds you'll see, it's going to be very hard to ever see one with exactly 60% crit chance. It's either going to say 59 or they're going to be way over the crit chance cap. Now you can see in the top right of your screen, the cap is at 60. We're at 59. So the only way to get past 60 would to put on like a crit chance mod, but then we would technically be at 65%, which then it's just a waste. So 1% off a cap, I'll take it. Now, as far as that crit hit damage though, 91, that's very nice. It's really nice. It's pretty damn sick. Now, let's get on with the other pieces, starting with the Bellstone Armory. Now, the Bellstone Armory brand set bonus we get for this build, 1% armor regen. For the attributes, we get max armor for the core, max armor regen for the normal attribute with max crit hit damage with a max crit chance mod. Next up, let's talk about Golem Gear. Now, we have 2 pieces of Golem Gear because the brand set bonuses for this build give us 10% status effects, but then the other one gives us 1% armor regen. For the attributes, we have max armor for the core, max armor regen with max crit hit damage with a max crit chance mod. And then again, we have Unbreakable, which is different in PvP, and this is a solo Dark Zone build, so it's only going to give you 50% of your armor back, bumping us up to 3 million armor. The other piece of Golem Gear, my gloves. Max armor for the core, max crit hit damage with max armor regen. Next up, we have the Picaro's holster. This is the named Bronzos de Arcaba's holster that gives us weapon damage as a normal attribute. So we have max armor for the core, max armor regen with max weapon damage. And then for that brand set bonus, 10% skill haste. And then finally, the icing on top, the cherry, whatever you want to call it, the Emperor's Guard knee pads. Now, you can get this as a blueprint from Descent, but it is going to be tricky. You have to get a reconstructed cache with this in it. But these named knee pads are so good because it comes with armor regen, and you can get armor regen as a normal attribute. So we're doubling down there. I also switched the core attribute to an armor core, and then we do get skill duration from our Murakami, which does help out our decoy. And that's the build. Pretty simple and straightforward. We get a crap ton of weapon damage and armor regen from the Momento backpack to go on top of this build. We have a lot of survivability from the armor regen and the unbreakable, and we get a lot of weapon damage and also crit just from the other attributes and running Picaros with the Momento. Now, for the skills, I am using the decoy just to get out of sticky situations and the EMP sticky bomb. Let's finish up with the stats. This is for the Ouroboros. We're sitting at 78.4k weapon damage with 26.1k for PvP, 59 crit chance, 91 crit damage, and 70 for that headshot. Don't forget about the damage to targets out of cover. Going to the offensive tab, we're at 64% all weapons damage bonus and 30% SMG damage bonus. So every time we're using the Ouroboros, we're sitting at 94% damage bonus total, and that's before the Memento stacks. We're already at 94. Jeesh. For the gear talents, we do have kill confirmed on that backpack and unbreakable on the chest piece. We are just under 2 million armor, 83.7k armor regen, and this is all before all of the other stacks. 346k health, and then 10% explosive and hazard, and that's due to my watch level. So here is my disclaimer for all my build videos. I am sitting at watch level 5,952. That means all these boxes are maxed out 50 of 50. Now, if you are at or above shade level 1,000 and you copy and paste my build, you will get the exact same numbers and results. However, if you are below shade level 1,000 and you go to copy and paste my build, some of your numbers might be lower because some of these boxes are not going to be maxed out. It's all good. Don't worry. It's still a great build to use. It's incredible. I love this build. Just try it out. I promise you, you'll love it. But yeah, that's it. Here is my Ouroboros Regen God build for the Dark Zone. This is my best solo Dark Zone build for Year 5, Season 2. We'll go from there, and we'll reattack the Dark Zone next season. Now, I hope you enjoy the rest of the video and the gameplay. If you found this video helpful or informative in any way, shape, or form, please hit that thumbs up. Support the channel by subscribing. We do Division content every single day, and I'll see you in the next one. Don't forget to let me know what you think in the comment section below, and shout out where you're from. I am Kamikazevondoom. Take care of yourself. Peace out. Oh, yeah, and roll that footage. Yeah.
Reception limited. Proximity coverage only. Contaminated gear detected. Landmark has been cleared.
Why are you...
Target-rich environment.
Enemy patrol detected. Now detecting contaminated gear. Contaminated gear detected.
Get into this. Bring light!
Incoming hostiles detected.
All going down.
Now detecting contaminated gear. Incoming hostiles detected.
You can... Together! You got it!
Detected.
Shit! This is so...
Contaminated gear detected. Landmark cleared. Now detecting contaminated gear. Engaging landmark.
Finding cover.
Contaminated gear detected. Detecting additional hostile contacts. Incoming hostiles detected. Detected. Hostile explosive seeker mine detected.
I don't have them. You and your sister. Too damn close.
Contaminated gear detected.
Fuck this.
Now detecting contaminated gear. Landmark cleared. Extraction called for.
We've got a job to do.
Extraction helo. Almost within range. Helo arrived.
We're outbound in 15 seconds.
Rogue protocol initiated. Rogue defender drone detected.
Cargo loaded. Ready to go.
Hostile defender drone detected. Helo is headed back. System malfunctioning. System reactivated.
Air delivery service inbound.
Extraction called.
Setting up my turret.
Hey, Agent, I see you.
Man down!
Rogue protocol deactivated.
Who's down? Answer me!
Helo almost at extraction zone.
Ready for pickup.
Helo is on site.
Extracting cargo. Departure in 30 seconds. Seconds, we're going.
is returning to base.
Still out.
Landmark engaged. Contaminated gear detected. Now detecting contaminated gear. Contaminated gear detected. Landmark has been cleared. Landmark. Now detecting contaminated gear. Incoming hostiles detected.
Finish that man. Yeah. Someone's down.
Incoming hostiles detected. Initiating rogue protocol. Contaminated gear detected. Rogue airburst seeker mine detected. Hostile airburst seeker mine detected. Rogue status removed. Rogue protocol initiated. Now detecting contaminated gear. detected. Now detecting contaminated gear. Landmark has been cleared.
Gonna need a med pack, huh?
Incoming hostiles detected. Contaminated gear detected. Now detecting contaminated gear. Rogue defender drone detected. Hostile defender drone detected. Contaminated gear detected. Landmark has been cleared. Hostile patrol detected. Enemy patrol detected.
Chopper inbound.
Extraction called for.
seconds left, and then we leave. Pickup initiated. Extraction complete.
Helo is headed back. Initiating rogue protocol. Now detecting contaminated gear. Rogue status removed.
Helo inbound.
Extraction called. Helo almost at extraction zone. Helo is on site. contaminated gear.
Let's rock! I'm coming for you!
Helo is returning to base.
Hug here, asshole!
Contaminated gear
Get
detected.
them away from me!
Landmark cleared. Hostile patrol detected. Engaging landmark. Detecting additional hostile contacts.
Poison started. I'm moving up now!
Landmark cleared. Detected. Hostile defender drone detected. Rogue explosive seeker mine detected. Hostile explosive seeker mine detected. Now detecting contaminated gear. Landmark engaged.
They will be DC! Die!
Protocol deactivated.
Back to him! That wasn't the damn plan!
Detecting additional hostile contacts.
Moving up now! Damn, they're locked down!
Additional hostile contacts.
I'm trying.
Engaging landmark.
Of the dog.
Now detecting contaminated gear. Landmark cleared.
Found one. I'm gonna end you. Deploying turret.
Contaminated gear detected. Now detecting contaminated gear.
Bring it.
Engaged.
Enemies on my left.
Incoming hostiles detected. Initiating rogue protocol. Contaminated gear detected. Now detecting contaminated gear.
better not get it.
Detecting additional hostile contacts.
Shit! He's close!
Grenade deployed!
Hostile airburst seeker mine detected. Contaminated gear detected. DZ drop incoming. Landmark has been cleared. Dark zone drop has been delivered.
Next one, the gut shot!
Rogue hive detected. Hostile hive detected.
Get back! This fucker's dead!
Rogue artillery turret detected. Hostile artillery turret detected.
Keep
Holy shit! Fucking crap!
Now detecting contaminated gear.
Let's roll!
Location guarded by heavily armed hostiles. Contaminated gear detected. Drop stolen. Uh-oh. Rogue protocol deactivated.
That's right. You want to see what I can do? I got...
Dog zone drop. Contaminated gear detected. Rogue status removed. Rogue hive detected. Hostile hive detected. Detected. Location coordinated. Heavily armed hostiles. Now detecting contaminated gear. Contaminated gear detected. Rogue protocol initiated. Now detecting contaminated gear.
Down, agent.
Heavily armed hostiles guarding location nearby. Rogue protocol deactivated. Enemy patrol detected. Initiating rogue protocol. Dog zone drop. Stolen. Contaminated gear detected. Dog zone drop has expired. Rogue status removed.
Find a better position.
High threat enemy patrol detected.
you busy?
I'm almost done recording. I saw he's up, so I'm finishing up. I'll be done in a second.
No, I'm saying he's up, and I don't know why he's up because
I haven't made any noise. I'm not even
none of
recording
us
at all.
have. He has barely been asleep for like 2 hours. But I just said yes to this meeting in case of Mark.
I'll get you, asshole! Motherfucker!
No, I don't. I plan to go right now, and I have to reschedule.
Can you just give me the monitor and go?
He's sitting up in bed. He's up now. If I move the car
Extraction
seat, I
helo.
might be able to
Almost
fit
within
around.
range.
Okay, can you wait like 20 minutes? I'm almost done. I'm almost done. Almost done. I can help. I'm almost done.
Your limo awaits.
Helo arrived.
Extracting cargo. Departure in 30 seconds.
Helo is headed back.